Well, John, Monday today, match day -1. Has it been full focus on the Millwall game tomorrow?
Yeah, we did do the West Brom post match. We did it briefly, but I thought there were some important things we needed to address off the back of the defeat at the weekend. But then just moving on very quickly to Millwall, that's the biggest focus. And yeah, everything else off the back of that was focused on how we try and win the game tomorrow night.
Does the result on Saturday now add extra pressure to the game tomorrow to get something?
I don't think so. I think that regardless of what the result had been on Saturday, we would have put ourselves under a huge amount of pressure to go and win this game. And that's the sort of reality of where we are in the league at the moment. We wouldn't have thought had we taken a point or taken more from the weekend, we wouldn't have been sitting here thinking, we've done the job. It would have been the complete opposite. We want to crack on and try and win as many games as possible.
Obviously, you mentioned our position in the league there, pressure being something that's going to happen anyway. Is that something that the lads relish, do you think?
I think so. We've been under pressure all year, and we've certainly been under pressure to try and get ourselves out of where we've been. And I think we've done a very good job of doing that and putting ourselves in this position where if we win the game in hand, it does take us a bit further away from where we're trying to get away from. So that's a real positive, I think. But at the same time, we need to keep doing that. We need to keep building upon that and make sure that whenever we do have a chance to sort of stretch the gap, we take it. Every time we've sort of had that chance at the minute, we've not been able to capitalise on it. But certainly tomorrow night gives us a fresh chance to do it.
Made 5 changes on Saturday. So how are those lads that you did give a rest to? Obviously gave them a chance to get some minutes of their legs to some of them at the end of the game.
Yeah, they're fine. I mean, that was the sort of plan really. Was the plan was to be in the game by the time we introduced the substitutions, and we weren't. We still thought it was the right thing to do based on the fact that off the back of the Wednesday night game, nothing Thursday, very little Friday. If they'd have gone Saturday, Sunday, Monday, having not done a huge amount, because our sort of day before the game prep to today is very light. We thought actually it would have been a bigger injury risk than actually getting them some minutes of the weekend. So I'm pleased to get through that, and pleased to have boys that are at it and ready to go, and not hugely rusty going into the game tomorrow night.
Schedule this January has been absolutely relentless. Obviously making wholesale changes, that's something you hope you don't have to do for the rest of the season now.
Yeah, I don't think we'll have to anymore. You never know. You never know in terms of those games. There's still Saturday, Tuesday games or Saturday, Wednesday games. There's still the Easter period, which is quite busy, but I don't think we will. Well, pretty much as it's scheduled right now, unless there's any postponements or anything that pops up. There's no other period of the season that will be like what we've just faced. It was unique. It was really interesting in terms of how we tried to manage that. And unfortunately, we came unstuck on Saturday doing it. But from now to the end of the season, I don't envisage those wholesale changes being made to any matchday squad.
I suppose player availability will help with that one as well. And in terms of that, Connor Shockness, is he any closer to returning?
Yeah, Shocks is back and training full today, so I suspect that he'll be available for the matchday squad tomorrow. We'll just check in and make sure everything went all right today. But I think if not tomorrow, then Burnley. But I think we could have got good reason to hope that he's back in tomorrow night.
And there's obviously the aspect of adding bodies to the group as well, with it being January. Is anything sort of any closer ahead of the weekend or ahead of tomorrow?
Yeah, there's plenty that are closer. We're a weekend closer on a couple of things, and a couple of deals that we're hoping to conclude. So I think by the weekend, and obviously by the time the transfer window closes, we should be in a very different position.
Obviously, this game is meant to be played in the back end of November. Pitch is obviously very different now for Millwall with the new manager. What are you expecting from them?
Yeah, the picture's different with the new manager, but still a very difficult side to play against. I think when we were due to face them at Fratton Park, Millwall had come off the back of a couple of really good results. I think they'd beaten Burnley at the weekend at their place. So very sort of similar, I suppose, coming off the back of this one, because they had a really good result on Saturday against Luton. Their form probably hasn't been sort of quite as good as they'd like it to be, but certainly from the performances we've seen, look a really good side, very well organised, a real dominant physical threat as well. So we have to make sure that we're on top of that, and we have to make sure that we match everything and a bit more, because we obviously going to try and go and get the result tomorrow night. But it's going to be a really good game, I think.